Hi there and welcome to this very quick Gear Zone review on sniper tape. The tape which we'll be reviewing today is Scapa sniper tape. It's the tape that is used by the MOD and is used by Special Forces. So without further ado, let's get a little close-up of the tape and I'll talk about it, how to recognise Scapa sniper tape over its competitors, and in addition talk about the features of the product. Okay, moving on. Right, one of the things that people ask is what determines whether a sniper tape is genuine or not. Well, I think that there are two reasons, or there are two things that determine whether a tape is a genuine sniper tape. Number one, is it issued by the MOD? And in this particular case, the Scapa sniper tape is issued by the MOD and it's used by guys in the Armed Forces and Special Forces. Granted, it is difficult, it's gold dust to get hold of, but nevertheless it has passed all the specifications and it is now issued. The other thing is that you may ask is, well, how do you determine whether it's actually Scapa? Well, on the inside of the roll you will see the Scapa logo. Yeah, that's the thing that you're looking for. You're looking for with a white S on it. Going to put the Olive one to one side for a second and just talk very briefly about the new Erebus MTP tape. What makes this tape unique is the fact that it is actually manufactured or designed in the same factory where they designed the MTP pattern that is being used or is in current service today. The other thing that makes this tape unique is that it meets all IRR specifications, so it's infrared reflective. That makes this a very useful little asset. Okay, let's talk about the features. Well, first of all, the tape comes in these mini 10-meter rolls. It also comes, so that's man packable, it also comes in these massive, you can't bend it, ginormous 50-meter rolls. So if you're on course or you're on ops and you feel that you want to buy a tape to use as a team, then this obviously is the way to go. If you're not going down that line and you want to use just a man packable personal bit of tape, these are the 10-meter rolls and these are the ones that you want to consider using. Okay, so what's it used for? Concealing weapons, okay, reducing glare and visibility, and that's been the norm for years, for many years. The Olive has been around for, well, as far as I'm aware, for probably the last 30 years and being used by the MOD. So it reduces glare and visibility, and obviously it will reduce any rattle. So if it's wrapped around a metal object, it's going to reduce the rattle, which is obviously in the field important, I would suggest. The other thing that the tape will do is protect your equipment from damage, i.e. scratches and damage. And it also acts as an insulation barrier when you're using it on metallic objects. So if you're in the desert or you're in the Arctic, the one thing you don't want to be doing, certainly with a bare hand, is touching metallic objects. In the desert it's going to burn, and in the Arctic if it's cold enough, your hands will stick to a metallic object. One of the other things that the tape is used for, certainly the green, is for kit marking. A lot of the guys over the years have basically used this. They've basically marked their kit and then basically stuck this to whatever piece of equipment they're using, even on their uniform. We found, testing it, that you can do exactly the same with the Erebus tape and it works just as well. Tape itself, a lot of the guys who are using it, basically, a lot of the guys who use it on metallic objects will know that when you tear it off, it doesn't leave any sticky residue. So as opposed to spraying your weapons, whereupon it's an absolute pain to clean them, if you're using sniper tape, then there's no sticky residue and it comes off clean. The other thing that I've found, which is quite amusing, is that the tape, as opposed to the zinc oxide white tape that you use on blisters, I've actually used this to protect myself against getting blisters. So I've slapped a little bit on the back of my heel, whacked my sock back on, done my boots up, and then I've been good to go. Right, finally, are there other tapes on the block? Well, of course there are other tapes on the block. But my question is if these other tapes were being used and they met the MOD specifications, these particular ones, why aren't they being bought, purchased and used by our armed forces and in particular SF? It's a question for you. The reason being is that they don't actually come up to scratch. That's number one. Number two, comparing the tapes. This is the green that you can also get off the shelf, but this is the green from Scapa. You can see that there is an absolute marked difference. So if you're going to go down the line of kit marking and writing on it, well, you might as well wrap on this one because you just ain't going to see it. So we'll get rid of that. So that's the one that you need to be looking at. And in respect of MTP patterns, okay, yeah, there is only one. You can see that this one here, yeah, is darker, whereas this one is MTP, a little bit lighter. This one is infrared reflective and this one isn't. So there you go. That's a little bit about the tape. What follows is just a very, very small demonstration on the tape being used on an MTP uniform. So there you go, that's the demo done. But before you guys shoot off, just one thing, okay? This is an MTP jacket that I borrowed from a Royal Marines friend of mine. I'm sure he won't mind me putting it on as a former boot neck. Just wanted to demonstrate something for you as I do this jacket up. See if you can see the tape in use, the MTP tape. So I'll stand here and let you have a quick look at it. As I say, the MTP Erebus tape from Scapa is infrared reflective, not that that's relevant in this little demonstration at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward towards you and see whether you can see it. What I have done is I've taken the liberty of actually trimming the edge of the tape just so that, or the tape so it blends in. So I'll move forward like this, okay, and you tell me whether you can actually see the tape. And you may have spotted the tape here. This one here, I'll just peel this down or off like that. But the question is, did you spot this one? This one over here is the new Erebus MTP tape, which is even proving to be a bit of a handful to get off as it is. So there you go. Those are the two tapes. Yeah, as you can see, one is certainly a darker shade than the other, and one is infrared reflective. So there you go, it's just a little bit of a teaser for you. Thanks very much indeed for watching the demonstration, and wherever you are, take care.